Meredith Marakovits covers the Yankees for us and for Yes Network. Good morning to you, Mayor. First and foremost, is it the North Pole? It is April. Or is it Detroit? Good morning.
Lovely people in Detroit. April weather, not so lovely, Lauren. It is drizzling still a little bit here, but it should be cleared up by game time. And it is going to be a little bit warmer, maybe even into the 60s. So that's basically beach weather here in Detroit in April.
You're spoiled. I'm so jealous, Mary. You get to see history today. Hopefully, Aaron Boone has talked about the crowd and how they're loud and then they kind of get quiet. What's it been like watching Miguel Cabrera's at bat so far?
Well, Lauren, that's really the biggest takeaway from last night, just how into it Tigers fans were. They were on their feet immediately as soon as Miguel Cabrera walked to the plate. And every time a pitch was delivered, you could pretty much hear a pin drop here at Comerica. And that was the case throughout that entire eighth inning at bat. And I think you're going to see a lot of that today with Miguel Cabrera as he tries to get 3,000. But Aaron Boone spoke after the game about it. He was asked, does he want to see it? And he paused for a long while and eventually said, as long as it doesn't hurt us. As far as Anthony Rizzo is concerned, I spoke with him after the game, and he said he'd like to see a piece of history, but same thing, as long as it doesn't hurt the Yankees this afternoon.
That's right, a statement right there. Aaron Boone also having to answer lineup questions. He's had to answer them for quite some time, for a couple of years. Question about jump starting the lineup. What's his answer to that, Meredith?
Well, you look at this Yankees offense, and it just has not been a juggernaut like they thought it would be to start the season. They really got off to a slow start, but they've looked a little bit better here in Detroit. And one thing that stood out to me last night, Lauren, was the fact that they were able to manufacture some runs. And really, when you look at the roster coming into the season, they tried to get a little bit more athletic, which means they can get a little bit more aggressive on the base pass. They've stolen 5 bases this series so far. And in that 8th inning, Anthony Rizzo took third, which eventually led to a run. We're seeing a little bit more of that. And I spoke to Rizzo on the field after the game, and he said, we are going to be aggressive, but we are going to be smart about it. You got to believe that some of these guys are going to start playing to the back of their baseball cards, and this offense will eventually hold up or get going. But, you know, it has not been pretty with runners in scoring position, but I think they've seen some positive signs here in Detroit.
You talk about positive signs. There's so many questions, but so much to like, and bullpen at the top of that list. They've been taxed, but they're cleaning everyone up. What's it been like watching them work, Mayor?
You know what? They've been phenomenal, Lauren. And if you look at their ERA, their sub-2 ERA is the best in the American League, 3rd best in the majors. And I think the Yankees knew coming into the season the bullpen was going to be a strength again. But I don't know that Aaron Boone knew just how interchangeable some of those pieces would be in high leverage situations. And I think the thing that stands out to me, Lauren, is the fact that they have so many different looks in that bullpen. They are difficult to deal with. Now, Chad Green had a little bit of a hiccup last night, and one of the biggest things for Aaron Boone and this staff is going to be how they continue to manage this bullpen, because they have been used an awful lot to start the season. And when you look at the Yankees' first 12 games, 7 of those games have been 2 runs or fewer decided by. So the fact that they're in these high leverage situations so often, that's a lot of stress on these guys. He's going to need to find days to give them off, and he's done a pretty good job over his tenure of making sure guys stay rested.
We will all be watching just after 1 p.m. Eastern time right here on MLB Network. Meredith, enjoy the game. I am jealous. Miguel Cabrera 1 hit away from 3,000. He will hit 4th in AJ Hinch's lineup this afternoon. Meredith, thanks so much.